Oh, yay. I gotta get up. Just a sec. Can you hear me? Okay. Good. I've been streaming Resident Evil Revelations 2 without audio, so I wanted to make sure I had it on properly. We're doing the last 3 levels.
Look out!
Oops.
We can't let the monitor activate the ring. We have to stop it. We have to destroy Halo. According to my analysis of the available data, I believe the best course of action is somewhat risky. An explosion of sufficient size will help destabilize the ring and will cut through a number of primary systems. We need to trigger a detonation on a large scale, however. A starship's fusion reactor is going critical to do the job.
Current goal, destroy the ring.
Left of the Covenant battle line and see if I can locate the Pillar of Autumn's crash site. If the ship's fusion reactors are still relatively intact, we can use them to destroy Halo.
Yep. Let's not forget about that.
Located the crash site yet, but we need to buy some time in case the Monitor or his Sentinels find a way to activate Halo's final weapon without the machines. The machinery in these canyons are Halo's primary firing mechanisms. They consist of 3 phase pulse generators that amplify Halo's signal and allow it to fire deep into space. Power levels are enormous. I can't even begin to calculate the pulse's range. So if we damage or destroy these generators, the Monitor will need to repair them before Halo can be used. That should buy us some time. I'm marking the location of the nearest pulse generator with a nav point.
It's an odd matchup.
Neutralize the device. Commandeer that bandship. We'll need it to reach the pulse generator, I think.
Did they change the sound of this gun? I know this game got an update since I played it, but I couldn't tell you what it updated. I imagine it fixed some of the performance issues. I mean, there weren't many, not like most other Unreal Engine 5 games, but it still wasn't perfect. Oh boy. Yep. Oh, that's a shitty checkpoint. I feel like the 2 times explosion radius did more than just increase explosion radius. I feel like it increased damage as well. Away from that wraith. Just go. Oh, fuck! Okay. Well, I stuck that grenade to the elite, so that was cool.
The nav point marks our target.
Hold on. There we go. Onwards. Oops. Oh shit. No. Okay. Said numerous times never surprise a guy with a shotgun. That's why.
There should be 3 power conduits nearby. Focus your attention there. Objective accomplished. The pulse generator was overloaded.
Well, damn.
The generator's central core is offline. Well done. The second pulse generator is located in the adjacent canyon. Move out and I'll mark the target with a nav point when we get closer.
Alright. Moving on. Yeah, I've played Persona 5 Strikers because it's literally just Persona 5 2. It's a direct sequel and is nearly as good. I have meant to play Tactica, but I keep putting it off for some reason. And I can't get into the dancing games. I find them way too difficult. If they ever put Phantom X on consoles, I'll probably play that despite it being a gacha game. There's also a big thing now of gacha games being turned into single player experiences, like the upcoming Final Fantasy Resonance, I think it's called, and before that, Octopath Traveler 0. So I'm hoping they do that with like Persona 5, the Phantom X. But thinking there is that the games that have been turned single player are by Square Enix. So I'm not sure if a non-Square game has had that happen, but I don't think so. In terms of oops, sorry. In terms of other Atlas games I've played, though, I've played and platinumed Persona 3 Reload, the PS5 version. I'm gonna eventually work on platinuming the PS4 version. I've played base Persona 5, platinumed Persona 5 Royal twice. I have played Persona 4 Golden, but I'm waiting to play the remake of that. That comes out in February. Gonna platinum that. I have played both the PS4 and PS5 versions of Soul Hackers twice, and would like to platinum them eventually. I played the launch version of Shin Megami Tensei 5 on Switch. I beat it again on the Vengeance version on PS5 through the new campaign route added to that version. I've beaten Shin Megami Tensei 3 once. I'd like to do that again. And I have played and beat Metaphor ReFantasio, which is from the creators of Persona 3, 4, and 5. And it shares very much of the same formula and gameplay, but is in a medieval fantasy setting with some technology. And it's really good. I gotta play its PS4 version. Hell no. That was a little close. Ooh, another one. I think that's all the Atlas games I played. The only one I don't own that's on current consoles is Raiden versus the Soulless Army remastered. I haven't had the chance to get that because there have just been other priorities, but I do want to get it eventually. When it comes to Spyro 4, I'm worried. I'm very worried about it. And I hate to have to say that because they nailed the remakes of 1 through 3. And it's the same people. And they even made the fourth Crash game, which I actually enjoyed what I played of, despite not liking the original 3 games. My issue with Spyro 4 is that I don't want it to be open world at all. I think that would completely take away from what I love about Spyro. And I'm just sick of open world games in general. But beyond that, the other thing I'm worried about is that they came out and said it'll be the first Spyro game with free flight, which also, in my eyes, takes away from what makes it Spyro. I like the whole platforming thing where you gotta get to a certain spot and then glide down to platforms. I don't like that I can just take off and fly however high and far I want. So I am very concerned about Spyro 4. My favorite Spyro game is the first one. I think it's simple and fun, and I think the backtracking aspects and needing to get upgrades in 2 and 3 make them more of a chore to play. I still like 2 and 3 a lot. Some of my favorite platformers ever, but I think the first game is the best of the entire series. All I wanted from Spyro 4 was more of the same, just levels, collecting gems, that's it. Which is why the open world and flight thing worries me. I don't know if it's fully open world, but I have a concern about that based on the small gameplay clip that was shown at the end of the trailer. Oh, come on. Okay, you just walked right off the cliff. That one's got a rocket launcher. The fuck? I still think he could beat Goku with Gear 5. Maybe not right now, but once he's mastered it, maybe added to it, he'll just be really broken. Like, look at what Garp did with what was it? Galaxy Punch? I just saw a clip of that too. Why am I forgetting this? He did that with a single punch, and we're expecting Luffy to become the strongest character by the end of the series, so... You want an example of how powerful he should become? Just look at Joy Boy's hockey. And that was hockey that had been stored for like 800 years. Wasn't even fresh. If I'm not mistaken, the whole thing is that Luffy is kind of supposed to be like a reincarnation of him, right? I mean, that's not confirmed, but it's implied with both Emmett and Zunesha, or however you pronounce that elephant's name. Where the fuck did the thing go? Okay. I don't understand why I'm not seeing your comments pop up on my screen as usual. Unless I am and I just missed them. Didn't pay attention, just kind of put it out of my mind. I feel like I should probably just not waste my ammo and run right past these guys. Oh shit. Barrel roll. Right on his foot. I'm pretty good at throwing those, apparently. I've got a pretty good judge of distance. I'm pretty good judge of distance. That's what I should have said. Grammar. Oh god. Of who? Why would... That's a pretty shitty checkpoint. Regardless of who, I guess, I would say that it depends. If you know the content, know the story, and you haven't seen it, then I think fanfiction still is fine, because you know what you need to. If you know nothing of the series, I'd either read it, watch it, or, generally speaking, get caught up on the story first. I mean, either way, I would still recommend experiencing a series yourself. Yeah, no, fuck that. Well, that's a new one. Are you guys even capable of biting anything with those frickin' gas mask things you got on, or whatever the fuck they are? Nice. Running low on ammo for that, so I'm just gonna...
Same as the last generator, we need to destroy the 3 power conduits.
Yeah, I gotcha. That one's in a different spot than before. Not from like before the last time I played it, just compared to the last power conduit. Room. Can you not, please? There we go. I'm actually gonna stick to this for the moment. There we go. We good? Yep.
That did it. The pulse generator overloaded. One more to go. I've located the Pillar of Autumn. She put down 1,200 kilometers upslope. Energy readings show her fusion reactors are still powered up. The systems on the Pillar of Autumn have failsafes even I can't override without authorization from the captain. The code is stored in his neural implants. We'll need to find him to start the fusion core detonation. That tunnel leads to the next section of canyon. The final pulse generator we need to destroy is through there.
This is actually useless because I can't get it through the door up here, but hey, gets me to the door quicker. Maybe I can get it through the door. I'm not gonna try though. Be a waste of time. I kind of just want to finish this as quick as possible at this point. Oh god. I've been putting off playing this, doing this stream for quite a while. I've been wanting to just get it done, but I haven't had the motivation because I'm kinda done with this game, like mentally, for a while. I mean, 5 playthroughs, man. My ADHD, that's more than enough. I platinumed it, I'm happy. First Halo Legendary campaign I've ever managed to do on my own. Not to mention Lasso. Do not shoot that fucking thing at me. I wish I had a goddamn... What the fuck did I just say? Did he gotta put... Okay, no. I thought he had a sword. I ultimately just decided today, you know what? Let's just get this done so I don't keep putting it off, and I can delete the game. Clear up like 60 gigabytes of space. Which, I mean, isn't a bad file size for this game, but nevertheless, it is 60 gigabytes. I would like that back. I hope I'm not downloading it. Okay, yeah. No. Well, I am, but it's paused. I got into Souls mode, so I've been playing the first Berserker Kazan. I'm working on, I think it's like one, two, three, 4, 5 Souls games I'm working on the platinum for. Go! Goddamn itchy ears. The only Souls game I've ever managed to platinum was Bloodborne, which is odd because it's also one of the hardest ones I've played. The only other one I've come close to is Elden Ring, the first time I played it. But the last trophies I needed were tied to certain items I needed to collect, which required me to go through New Game Plus to get. And I don't love Elden Ring, so I put that off. I love Souls games, but that's because they're difficult to fair. Elden Ring felt unfair. Plus, it was open world, so that kind of took me out of it. The reason Elden Ring felt unfair was because the difficulty just seemed to spike to the point where I could do nothing but respec. Like, I have never had to respec my stats in a Souls game, but I had to do that 10 fucking times in Elden Ring just to find a build that would let me beat the game.
No, that'll take too long. There's a teleportation grid that runs throughout Halo. That's how the monitor moves about so I learned how to tap into the grid when I was in the control center. Fortunately, each jump requires a rather consequential expenditure of energy.
Something tells me I'm not gonna like this.
I'm pretty sure I can pull it from your suit without permanently damaging your shields. Needless to say, I think we should only try this once.
Do it.
The Covenant network is absolute chaos. From what I've been able to piece together, their leadership ordered all ships to abandon Halo when they found the Flood, but they were too late. The Flood overwhelmed this cruiser and disabled it. The Covenant are terrified the Flood will repair this ship and use it to escape from Halo. They've sent in a strike team to neutralize the Flood and repair the ship for immediate departure. I've got a lock on Captain Key's CNI transponder signal. He's alive and the implants are intact. There's some interference from the cruiser's damaged reactor. Oh, I see. The coordinate data needs to be... Right. Sorry.
In terms of Souls games, I still need to beat.
I'm reading the captain's transponder. He's in the control room. But I'm not detecting any human movements.
I I need to beat Elden Ring's. Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Captain? Captain! I've lost him.
I need to beat Elden Ring's expansion. I did the first major boss, the lion dude, in one try. But I've been putting that DLC off because it's just more Elden Ring. And I've heard the DLC is much harder than the base game. I also need to play Sekiro, which is my least favorite Souls game, because of the entire focus being around perfect blocking and shit. And that's not my style of game. And I need to beat Demon's Souls. I have been putting that off so much because the depraved chasm, or whatever the fuck it's called, feels impossible. I've dealt with some bullshit in Souls game. That place is another level of bullshit. And I can't even go to the next fucking area because it's over-leveled compared to me, apparently. And yet I seem to be perfectly fine with my level in this place. It's... The depraved chasm is just full of poison. And enemies that you can't get around that straight up just block your path forward. That are massive. Like, you can't walk around them because it's tight corridors. I don't find the game itself all that hard. I haven't... Like, I've done all the bosses on my first try. My two biggest issues with that game are that the depraved chasm and the way healing works.
Analyzing damage. The crash did more damage than I suspected. Analyzing. Coolant leakage rate is significant. The ship's reactors should already have gone critical. We should head this way towards the ship's gravity lift.
Technically speaking, the only other Souls content I would need to do is Dark Souls 2's DLCs. I beat one of them, I think it was the Fume night I did, and that is... I had fun with that fight, but my god was it hard. I didn't even try the other fucking boss in that area. I was on the other DLC with the fucking ice, but I kind of gave up.
He's delirious, in pain. We have to find him.
It's not so much. Well, it's not so much that I gave up. I just sort of. It was 2019, and my mother had just left my father, so my focus was elsewhere. And I never really went back to it because my file that I had reached those DLCs with was on Xbox. And I was just switching permanently over to PlayStation, so... Non-FromSoft Souls games, though, I need to do the DLC for Lies of P still. I'm maybe halfway through it. I don't know how long it is. It's great. I don't know why I've been putting it off. And I'm playing first Berserker Kazan, like I said. I'm enjoying that one. Finding it a little too easy, though. I don't mind a more casual Souls-like. I mean, I play them for the combat and exploration anyway. My most anticipated Souls-like right now, though, is Lords of the Fallen 2. I love the first game. They delayed that till next year, though, which I'm pretty pissed about, but I expect it to happen. Well, I'd say I'm pissed, but there's so many things coming out that I just can't afford that it's probably for the best. Even February is fucking packed. Fable, Metro, Persona, supposedly God of War, which is my priority. I'm gonna have to pre-order shit in advance for February. I'm more excited for this God of War than I was for Ragnarok. I like Ragnarok, but I feel like the story and ending ended up being a little bit disappointing.
Covenant and Flood are attacking each other. I'll recommend you wait until they've worn each other down. Then
This one,
you have to distract.
this God of War looks like it has more of what I want. And another bonus is that, hold on. Wait. Hold on. No. Jack Quaid. I don't know why I was thinking David. Jack Quaid from The Boys and other stuff. He's a voice in the game, and I really like him as an actor, so I'm really excited to play a game with him in it. I actually just watched a movie yesterday with him in it, Companion. It was a pretty fun movie. That would be a no. I mean, all the power to the people that like doing that. Like plushies and stuff is just not my thing. I mean, maybe it could be. I've never really tried getting any. So I couldn't say for sure. I mean, I probably would have liked that stuff like back 2014 when we were really into the MLP thing. I never stopped caring about all that stuff, but it sort of diminished over the years because there's a lack of a way to watch it. I mean, technically I could do so on YouTube, it's all there, but I don't want all of my recommendations being MLP content. I still do mean to rewatch it again, though. It's been so long. It's been 4 years since I properly watched the show. Bruh. Again? At least that one. frustrated right now, to be honest. QuakeCon just happened, and QuakeCon has been a massive fucking disappointment since 2023? I mean, 2023's was good. We got Quake 2 remastered, and I'm thankful for that. But ever since then, it's basically been nothing. They didn't even show public Doom the Dark Ages content at QuakeCon, which they're supposed to do. Doom 2016 and Eternal had big reveals for their games at QuakeCon. I love Doom the Dark Ages, especially its DLC, but I think they completely mishandled its marketing. And because Quake 1 and 2 got remastered through QuakeCon for it's obviously QuakeCon, so of course they're going to do that for QuakeCon. I was really hoping, despite what many people think of the game, that I'd get Quake 4 remastered, because Quake 4 was my first Quake game. It is a big part of my childhood, just like Doom 3. Same engine, same kind of game. I wanted the remaster because they did 1 and 2 remastered. Quake 4 is all I want, because there's no other way to play it besides PC, and I don't have a PC. But apparently, that's too much to ask. Instead, for the 30th anniversary, they gave us a goddamn new Quake 1 campaign, which is fine. I'm not going to complain about that. It's free. I like new Quake content, but I would have really just liked Quake 4. The one thing I'm worried they're going to do is do Quake 3 remastered first, which I don't care about because Quake 3 is multiplayer only. If not a Quake 4 remastered, man, I'd at least like a new one. They specifically said they're not focused on Quake, they're focused on Doom. When they were asked if they're going to work on a new Quake, I mean, maybe they're just going to surprise us, and that's why they said that, but no, I think they're serious, unfortunately. I mean, I love my Doom, I love getting new games, but...
Captain, his vitals are fading. Please, Chief, hurry.
Quake is, id Software is responsible for 3 of the most influential games of all time. Wolfenstein basically created the first-person shooters genre. It wasn't technically the first game, but it was the first relevant one. Doom took everything about Wolfenstein and improved upon it, and then revolutionized multiplayer. And then Quake is responsible for the 3D era of shooters, and their entire engine is why we got games like Half-Life, which is another one of the most influential games of all time. And which is why it bothers me that they've completely refused to do anything with Quake. We have modern Wolfenstein games, which are great. Well, to a point. I don't love New Colossus. We got new Doom games, but they haven't done anything for Quake. It's like they just don't care about their own game.
We should be able to get into the ship's control room from here. The Covenant BattleNet is a mess. I can't access the ship's schematics. My records indicate that a shuttle bay should be here.
Night Dive Studios recently put out a thing. They
Look, in the corners. The flood are gathering bodies here.
they put out a post asking people what their biggest what if remaster would be. And Night Dive, they do remasters of shooters, like they did. I think they did the Quake remasters. Blood. They did the remake of System Shock, which BioShock is inspired by. I think I think the big guy behind System Shock also was a big part of BioShock. Anyway, my point is, I have a few games that I would wish for a remaster of, if possible. Like, just a what-if wish. Quake 4, obviously, like I just mentioned. Half-Life 1 and 2. I want them on consoles so damn bad. And if not Quake 1, then Black Mesa, man. It's just a remake of Quake... Oh, not Quake 1. Half-Life 1. Black Mesa is a remake of Half-Life 1. And in many ways, I prefer Half-Life 1 over 2. Mostly the level design and setting. But right now, I think my biggest, like, what if wish for a remaster of a shooter would be Peter Jackson's King Kong. It is a first-person shooter that has no right being as good as it is, and I would love a way to play that again. Speaking of Doom developers, though, or Doom in general, so I think it's Hugo Martin, one of the, like, two big guys on the Doom franchise. Here's a fun fact. So, you know those mechs in Doom that arcaders I could drive? Now, the reason they look so cool and maybe so familiar is that Hugo Martin, at least I think it's Hugo Martin, literally worked on Pacific Rim. Among other things. He was literally one of the people that designed the mechs in Pacific Rim. Well, Jaegers. I am talking way too much. Maybe it's my damn coffee. Maybe I'm just sick of not having anyone to talk to. Whatever the case, I apologize. Shit. Oh, that was dumb. Have I died at all on this level? Barely even paying attention. I have a particularly large issue with these last two levels, and that's infinite enemies. It's one of the locations where they'll come through infinitely, I think.
Looks like another shuttle bay. We should be able to reach the control room from the 3rd level.
That whole infinite enemies thing made these last two levels particularly hard on Legendary. Especially these last few rooms. On this level, at least. Didn't help that I played on fucking remixed enemies. Ow, my ear. Yep, nope. That could have been bad. I tried to crouch, but apparently that's the button to melee things because I've been playing other games. Like, I just played through Resident Evil 7 and 8 and a portion of 9. But, I sort of lost the desire to play that right now because I did just play 2 games in a row.
The control room should be this way.
I can feel them crawling inside my mind. But I won't give
Chief,
How do we free him?
it's not him. Not anymore. The captain, he's one of them. We can't let the Flood get off this ring. You know what he'd expect. What he'd want us to do. Done. I have the gun. We should go. Alert! I'm detecting multiple Covenant and Flood groups approaching the bridge.
This part was a pain in the ass on Legendary. I ended up having to fucking just run. What the shit is... Okay.
Get back to the Pillar of Autumn. Let's go back to the shuttle bay and find a ride.
Uh-oh.
Grab one of the banshees and use it to return to the Pillar of Autumn.
All I gotta do is get in the goddamn Banshee and I'm good. There we go. That was a great way for him to get himself killed, by the way, just keeping the Banshee there while it got shot at.
This thing is falling apart. Here, not gonna make it.
We'll make it.
Pull up! Pull up! You did that on purpose, didn't you?
There must have been something wrong with the coordinate data.
Okay, invisible barrier.
We need to get to the bridge. From there, we can initiate an overload of the ship's fusion engines. The explosion should damage enough systems below it to destroy the ring.
So, I really like this game's cutscenes. They're a lot better than the originals. My issue, however, though, is that they feel like a downgrade from Halo 2 Anniversary. They feel in-engine rather than animated by Blur. Which can often make them feel really off. Okay, well, I was gonna use the shotgun, but... Last level, by the way.
The bridge. We made it. Get to work. I need you to upload the control system. The
Well,
terminal
damn.
is located next to the main view screen. The bridge. We made it. Get to work. I need you to upload me into the control systems. The terminal is located next to the main view screen. I leave home for a few days and look what happens. This won't take long. There. That should give us enough time to make it to a lifeboat and put some distance between ourselves and Halo before the detonation.
I'm afraid that's out of the question. Really?
Oh, hell.
Ridiculous! That you and your warship's AI with such a wealth of knowledge. Weren't you worried you might be captured or destroyed?
He's in my data arrays. A local tab?
You can't imagine how exciting this is. To have a record of all our lost time. Human history is fascinating. Oh, I will enjoy every moment of its categorization. To think you would destroy this installation, as well as this record. I am shocked. Almost too shocked for words.
He stopped the self-destruct sequence.
Why do you continue to fight us, Reclaimer? You cannot win. Give us the construct, and I will endeavor to make your death relatively painless.
At least I still have control over the comm channels.
Where is he?
I'm detecting taps throughout the ship. Sentinels, most likely. As for the monitor, he's in engineering. He must be trying to take the core offline. Even if I could get the countdown restarted, I don't know what to do.
How much firepower would you need to crack one of the engine shields?
Not much. A well-placed grenade, perhaps. But why... Okay, I'm coming. Chief, Sentinels. Transfer me back to your suit. We need to go. Chief, we need to get to the engine room. That's the only other place where the monitor can override the self-destruct sequence. The ship was heavily damaged when it crashed. Head to the cryo chamber. You should be able to get to the engine room through there.
Oh, come on. No of them. It's not worth it. Okay. That could have been bad. Oh shit.
So much for their blasphemy.
Can I get around you? Yes, I can. Had I killed them, I would have gotten a checkpoint there. And the rocket launcher. There we go. And I can't use a single one of those.
Engine room located. We're here. Don't worry, I have access to all of the reactor schematics and procedures. I'll walk you through it. First, we need to pull back the exhaust couplings. That will expose a shaft that leads to the primary fusion drive core.
Oh, okay. I'm used to legendary. On.
Good. Step one complete. Now we should have a straight shot into one of the ship's 4 fusion reactors.
Construct, and I will endeavor to make the necessary repairs as quickly as possible.
We need a catalyst explosion to destabilize the magnetic containment field surrounding the fusion cell. Fusion reactor number 1 destabilizing. Use explosives on the other 3 reactors to destroy their cores. Use Use an explosive.
Checkpoint,
I recommend
yes.
a grenade or a rocket. If
Yeah,
you
I
don't
got
have
that.
explosives, there is an armory station located near the engine room's entrance.
You'll be able to resuscitate some computer and data. Stop lowering your weapon. Let's not continue to look to find the right.
Shit.
Keep it up. Only one more fusion reactor to go. That's it. The engine's gone critical. Based on the current rate of decay, we should have 15 minutes to get off the ship.
Cortana to Echo 419. Come in, Echo 419. Roger, Cortana. I reach 555. The Pillar of Autumn's engines are going critical, Hammer. Request immediate extraction. Approach the crash site and be ready to pick us up at External Access Junction 4C as soon as you get my signal. Affirmative. Echo 419 going on station.
Oh, I did that faster than I expected.
Echo 419 to Cortana. Things are getting noisy down there. Everything okay? Negative. Negative. We have a wildcat destabilization of the ship's fusion core. The engines must have sustained more damage than we thought.
Alert. Our RV point with Hammer is further towards the ship's bow than our current position. Use a warthog to reach the extraction point, or we'll never make it in time. Activating final countdown timer. When it reaches zero, the engines will detonate. The explosion will generate a temperature of almost 100 million degrees. Close.
Okay. I have plenty of time for this. Legendary gives you like 5 minutes. They give you 7 on normal and easy.
Cortana to Echo 419. 2 Covenant Banshees are approaching on your 6. Evade. Say again, evade. Roger. I see him. Wait one. Come on. Come on. Breaking right. Damn! Too late!
So this section was a pain in the ass on when I tried doing it on Legendary with remixed enemies. For starters, there's the 5-minute timer.
Don't stop for anything.
I was at like less than 3 minutes by the time I reached here. Then, because of the enemy placement, I had grunts with fuel rod cannons and hunters shooting at me that would send my car flying. Yeah, that's one of the parts you gotta watch out for right there. And then, right around up here...
This is where Fohammer's coming to pick us up. Hold position here.
Cortana to Echo 419. Request extraction now. On the double. Affirmative, Cortana. Bullhammer inbound.
Um...
Echo 419. Calculating alternate escape route. Ship's inventory shows one lone sword fighter is still docked in Launch Base 7. If we move now, we can make it.
Anyway, as I was saying, one of the other things that kept fucking up my run was Jackals would charge up a plasma pistol shot, which will basically disable Warhawk functions for like 10 seconds. No, not 10 seconds, like more like 5 or less, but it adds up. Trophy right here. Trophy slash achievement. There's a grunt in there that is complaining about food.
We need to get across that gap. If you hit that ramp at top speed, we should be able to clear it.
Pretty sure the trophy for that is called Master Chef.
Jump!
The trick to beating this escape on Legendary is these shortcuts. You don't need them on these difficulties, but they certainly do help. I seriously doubt you're gonna escape this at all if you don't use them on Legendary.
That's the ship. Move! We need to get aboard now.
And done.
We're cutting it close. Shut them down. We'll need them later.
Did anyone else make it?
Scanning. No. Just dust and echoes. We're all that's left.
I wish they had have explained.
For Earth. An entire Covenant armada obliterated, and the Flood. We had no choice.
I wish they would have explained Johnson escaping.
It's finished.
Because the no one else is left thing makes no sense.
I think we're just getting started.
I think they could have at least removed that line, changed it a bit, and said, like, a couple people made it off a while ago or something, because it makes no sense for Johnson to be around in the sequels if she claims no one else made it. Like, even in Halo 2, he's asked how he makes it, and he doesn't answer, so. Just saying. Also, ship engine temperature, critical. You're in space. It's space the coldest thing there is. That would cool down real fucking fast. Just saying. Anyway, we are done, finally.